Hello, everyone. I am Bogdan. I am your guest for the podcast today. I'm here with Victor Horescu from IQST. Thank you very much, Victor, for accepting our invitation to the podcast. And without further ado, please, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Bogdan. Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me. The most difficult task is to introduce yourself. How should I start? I'm leading IQST. I have a very, very nice team in here. We are doing quality assurance services. That means testing plus test automation plus process improvement plus training plus everything which is related to quality assurance. We are doing it for, let's say, over 20 years in this market, both in Romania and outside.
Okay. Can you please tell us at the beginning the story behind your business?
Oh, and the story was an accident. Let's say when I began this business, I was quite unhappy with the job I was into. Actually, I can't say unhappy because it was a very, very useful job for me and for my future career. But the company was acquired by a big corporation, and I was in the group who was, left outside. So I had to do something. And why not start my own company? It looked to be the best idea at the moment, and it was.
So you didn't like the job and you made your own job, basically?
Yep, basically yes.
That's very interesting. Right now, in your niche, do you see any trends in the market that you're operating?
Well, yes. The first trend is automation. Basically, what I am doing is to step into the final beneficiary's shoes and to check if the software works as expected, if the software is fit for use. Well, we do that using a lot of human intelligence. Human intelligence is used to understand the business, it's used to verify and validate the software. Then, for the repetitive task, we use robots, we use automation. So we ask the robots to automate our test cases, our use cases. Then we use artificial intelligence to enhance this automation. So this is the trend regarding technology. We validate as humans, then the robot takes over. But on top of that, we as humans must be extremely well prepared. So basically, the job as a software tester is no longer reduced to software testing. We have to be in the same time software testers, we have to know business analysis, and we have to have some technical knowledge in the entire architecture of the software. So business, testing, plus a little bit of technical. This is the trend I see now on the market. So people who stay in software testing or in quality assurance teams do have these three characteristics. They know a little bit of business, a little bit of technology behind it, and they are full certified testers.
For someone that doesn't know what is quality assurance or basically what you do, can you briefly explain? I mean, I'm sure most of the people are watching already know, but for the ones that don't know.
Yes, I'll put it in simple words. When a big company or a small company or any company at all is buying or using a new software, we must verify, we must test that the software is written correctly, doesn't have bugs, does not block, does not show error messages, does not freeze, or whatever unpleasant things can imagine. For example, if you enter in a bank and you ask for a basic operation, the operator there is doing something on the computer. If the software is blocked or throws an error or is incapable to go through with the process, then you as a customer remain with the task unsolved. Let's say you want to extract some money. If the accounts are blocked or the software is blocked, that person cannot do that for you. So my job is to verify and validate before that software goes into production that all functionalities work well, that it functions correctly, that you can press the buttons, the response from the application is correct, the business flow is respected. This is what I am doing basically. I don't know if it happened to you, but it happened to my cousin pretty soon, in the last week, sorry, to mumble. It's been a long day. She bought a brand new phone. I don't say the brand, I don't give you a hint on what it is. But it was so new on the market that 1 week after the purchase, it froze, the operating system. So I'm preventing this kind of accidents.
Okay, that's very interesting. But I think you've explained it in basically plain English. So I think the people right now are knowing what you do exactly. For you, especially, is there anything in the market that's making the landscapes more challenging or easier to operate?
I'm not looking for easy projects or easy to operate. I want the hardcore. I want the hard stuff. This is the reason of the existence of my company. The market is evolving pretty fast. What I am expecting from the market is to raise the quality standards higher and higher. So we do not have blockages anymore. We do not have the bugs in the software. We have higher and higher quality software. The higher the standard, the better for me and my company. The lower the standard, we are no longer necessary because nobody is checking for quality. But if quality is low, my customer's reputation is very low.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. In your own opinion, what does your current competitive landscape looks like?
It's quite complicated. Internationally, there are much cheaper teams, let's say in India or China or Asia in general. However, the maturity of their companies is a little bit lower. So basically, we are used as experts. This is my first challenge: the budgets. All the companies, if you may have noticed, in Europe and across the globe, are looking for cost reduction right now. Even the big tech companies. So the biggest challenge is to keep aligned with the business and to keep delivering a good quality price ratio, because there are cheaper countries which actually can steal a lot of business. On short term, on long term, these big corporations come back to us, to Eastern Europe in principle, because we are still culturally very close to them, and from quality perspective we are high compared to countries in Asia which are much cheaper than us.
Okay, so we are basically high quality, low price, or medium price.
No, we are basically high quality, medium price. There are companies in Asia, for example, which are low quality, low price. And many managers mistake this for an advantage. Actually, low price means a cheaper car. A cheaper car will break faster.
So you don't think that you have, this is out of the context, you don't think you can have basically cheap price, high quality?
This is what we are trying to do. Keep the prices decent and have high quality. Now, look at it from another perspective. If I am delivering high quality, I put a lot of pressure on employees. I'm working with employees as anybody else. So if I'm putting a lot of pressure on employees and if I do not pay them well, why would they work hard? Why would they give 100%? Why would they spend weekends and nights reading and learning to be more competitive on the market, to be high quality, to learn more? There is no reason. So I have to keep the prices medium high so I can pay the people better. The better people are paid or compensated, let's use the word compensated, the highest the quality of their services. And we still rely on people. Disregarding the AI, the artificial intelligence, and the advancement of the technology, we are still relying on people. Robots are not autonomous yet, and we cannot drive businesses without people. So I need well-trained people, I need people who are involved, and they need to be paid.
You put it, I think, perfectly. I'm on the same vision as you. Right now, let's talk about the marketing and sales aspect of the business. This is what I do, and I'm very curious about how you do it as well. And the first question here, I mean, as a service provider, so you're a service provider, I'm a service provider as well. We do not deliver products basically. And it's very important in service providing to have a good marketing and sales. So my first question would be, how do people find about IQST?
Tough one. That's a tough one. Usually they found about people in IQST. Like me, like my colleagues, they know that we delivered a good job and it's the word of mouth which counts. So whenever a big project appears, they come to us because they know we deliver. All other marketing and sales approaches, classical sales approaches, are not very, very effective in our niche. So basically, we have to know each other, we have to know people, we need to have a good reputation in the market. And this is what sells, the reputation. So practically, I go to conferences, I have this kind of podcast with you, and thank you very much again for inviting me. It's very useful. And
My pleasure.
I'm having a lot of exposure like that, and this is the main sales channel.
Okay, so it's basically word of mouth, to put it in a
Yes,
in a word.
word of mouth is the most efficient.
Okay. My second question about marketing and sales would have been what marketing channels would you currently use? But I believe this is the only one, right?
This is the only way. Yes, this is the only one. We tried in the past a lot of classical approaches like database, email marketing, LinkedIn databases, calls, messages, but without success because people need to see you in the flesh. People need to see you in front of them. People need to see a deliverable. I'm not selling a product, so the product is known. People know what the product is. I am selling. A friend of mine used to say, "You are selling hot air or fried air." Coming from very hot brains. So when you sell something that you cannot put your hand on is difficult. These are our services. So what I do is some bytes stored in a computer. This is all.
Yeah, that's right. That's amazing with the hot air. It's amazing. I feel the same because I'm a service provider as well, as I told you. Okay, that's very interesting. Right now about the current state. So these are the questions of the current state. What are you responsible for as a CEO, and how are you currently spending your day?
I'm responsible for my people, first of all, because we all have lives that need to go on. So this is my main responsibility, my people. Then is my customer's reputation. These are the main responsibilities that I have right now, my people and customers' reputation. And I'm trying to protect both of them as much as possible. All the rest, classic. If you search any entrepreneurial book, everything applies to me as well as to the next guy, so to the next entrepreneur. But first of all, as I told you, the hardest to maintain is the reputation and the well-being of my people. Without my people, I don't have the reputation. Without the reputation, I don't have jobs for my people. They are interdependent.
This is very interesting. And how are you currently spending your day?
Well, let's say I wake up in the morning, wake up after the fourth coffee. I prefer espresso, black, no sugar.
Simple or double? Simple or double?
Simple, it's stronger.
Okay,
But I
okay,
have four of them, okay?
okay,
All right. And the foam must be just right, not too much, not too little. The extraction process just right, okay? Then after
okay,
four big espresso, the brain wakes up. Then
okay,
about that happens at 7 in the morning until 7:30. I'm like a vegetable that moves. After 7:30 and the second espresso, I start to think. 8:30, phone starts ringing. It starts ringing, and I continuously speak up to about 4:30 in the afternoon when I have time to work.
okay. That's very very nice.
That's the day.
Yeah, I like that. You want your foam on the coffee very specifically put. That's very interesting. Right now, do you have any goals for the next year for 2026? And if
Yes.
so, please tell us what are your goals.
Next year, we would like to increase our customer base with at least 25% compared to now. We used to have in the past ambitious goals like to double the customers, like to grow exponentially, the big words in corporations. It's
Yeah,
not. I want a small growth, but healthy one. Once we acquire a new customer, we have a period of establishing trust relation, the first deliverables, the first quality deliverables, etc. Then we construct from there the contracts and all. So I want a slow growth, organic, but stable. So we estimate 20%, 25% next year in growth would be sufficient because I need to maintain to provide good services, I need the core of my team. And the core of my team, the number of people are finite. So I cannot expand exponentially because I don't have enough high quality people. So they
yeah,
open, they deliver stuff, then somebody else comes in that territory.
yeah. It makes sense. What matters right now for you more than anything else?
You only have tough questions.
Yeah, I
Now,
know.
if you ask me in this moment, I'm on a customer side. I'm in a very heavy project in banking. What matters most is to finalize the current UAT with the positive results, deliver the software in production. And I believe that's the goal of each project, deliver in production. But please pay attention. If earlier I told you that my job is to find defects, is to find flaws, is to find problems, also my job is to make sure they are corrected by a developer and we deliver healthy software in production. So my job doesn't stop at finding issues. My job stops when the software is live and working according to customers' needs. So right now, I have a huge pressure in a project, in a banking project, where we need to deliver a piece of software live this week. So we are under heavy bombardment. We have defects, we have bugs, we have problems. We need to work closely with the developer and we need to sort them out.
What is currently your biggest challenge and why? Is this the one? Or you have another?
No. The biggest challenge are people.
Okay.
Biggest challenge is to recruit new people, new talents, new motivated people. This is actually the biggest challenge. I have an advantage though. I am a trainer, as I mentioned earlier, so I can build the knowledge into my own people the way I want it. However, it's hard to find motivated people. Doesn't matter how much you pay. The motivation doesn't come, or it's not proportionally with the salary that a person receives. The motivation comes from inside, from that person. So the biggest challenge is to find motivated people, helpful people, people that are willing to learn. What I told my team, take everything from me. I can't say all my responsibilities, all my technical responsibilities in the projects. I'm willing to offer the knowledge for free, a lot of it. I'm willing to build this knowledge in them. Just take it. It's there. It's free. Take it. Well, it's hard to find people who are willing to invest energy in exploiting a person to get all the knowledge and to become better and better. So this is my biggest challenge.
Okay. Maybe someone watching this podcast is the person that you've described, and I'll leave a link if anyone wants.
They are welcome to join.
Yeah, I'll link you down. Right now, if you had a magic wand that you could wave to solve one thing, what that one thing would be and why?
I don't know, infinite money, infinite contracts.
Okay.
So I would wave it on sales mostly. So if I have a constant flow of contracts, then everything, all the problems are solved.
That's awesome. Okay, Victor,
If you have that magic wand though, may I come to your office and take it?
Of course, I'll do the wish for you as well. Don't worry about it. You don't even have to do to come to the office. Okay, yeah, these were all my questions. Victor, thank you very much again for joining the podcast. Right now, it's your chance to give a message to the world and to the people that are watching the podcast right now. So what would you tell them?
A short message. Strive for improvement. This is a thing that I inherited from my first team of managers when I got employed 20 years ago. And this is the message I want to pass on to the next generations. Strive for improvement.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you very much, Victor, again for joining the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much for the opportunity and best of luck with your project.
Of course, you too. And for the people that are watching, I'll see you in the next podcast.
See you. Bye.